Thank you so much for watching UBC TV Inspiring Uganda. Welcome to the last bulletin of the day. My name is Sharon Kyomugisha and you're watching UBC News Tonight, live from the Nile Avenue today on the 2nd of June 2024 with Magalu Mohammed on 10 language. We start off with the Vice President who has said that Uganda will counsel all missionary work, adding that the Constitution of Uganda guarantees freedom of worship for all the citizens of Uganda. Speaking during the Sunday prayers at Shinshige Church in Seoul at the sidelines of the Korean African Summit, the Vice President commended Christians of the church for helping Ugandans by constructing schools in Teso region, especially Kome and Katekwi. The Vice President said that such good gestures have helped many rural children access a better education in permanent school structures, which boost their morale for learning for the pupils, as well as those that are teaching and learning from their teachers. She prayed for reciprocal exchanges visit of the people of Katekwi to the Korean church, like was the past gesture where some Korean youth Katekwi in the past.
Members of my delegation, she's Her Excellency Topas Kahawa. She's a Ugandan ambassador to Japan, but also accredited to Korea. We are looking forward to a time when we shall also have a substantive ambassador of Uganda to Korea.
In more stories, the Prime Minister, Robina Nabbanja, has made an impromptu inspection of the Kampala roads under construction, vowing to task contractors to deliver on time. Now, the roads contracted to China Railway 18th Bureau Group included key roads in Kampala, although the construction work is delayed.
The poor condition of roads in Kampala has long been an issue, with Ugandans accusing government of neglecting the city, resulting in numerous potholes. Prime Minister Robina Nabbanja's campaign to address the situation in Kampala began at Sir Apollo Kagwa Road, where she cautioned the landlord who allegedly constructed a fence on the road reserve. Nabbanja asked the landlord to reach an agreement with the government. If he refuses, the government will have no option but to remove the fence to allow the project to continue. The Prime Minister also visited Suna 1 and Suna roads in areas of Zana, Kabowa and Bunamwaya. She stated that the President is well informed about her inspections and vowed to cancel the contracts of the Chinese company if the contractors fail to deliver the roads as agreed.
Yeah, the pipes, the little pipes we have laid now, we are doing the earth work now. So this road should not be like almost... At least finish one road and we said this one.
The Prime Minister was accompanied by technical officers from the Office of the Prime Minister and KCCA Deputy Executive Director David Luyimbazi. The China firm, China Railway 18th Bureau Group, was contracted to work on several Kampala roads.
All is set for the 3rd of June Martyrs Day celebrations a few hours from this very day to be animated by Nebi Diocese at the Uganda Martyrs Catholic Basilica, Namugongo. The spokesperson of Nebi Diocese in charge of Martyrs Day celebrations, Father Emmanuel Okochuru, confirms that the diocese is ready for tomorrow's celebrations. The Mass that is slated for 9 a.m. will be led by the Bishop of Nebi Diocese, Right Reverend Raphael Wokorach, the Ordinary Bishop of Nebi.
By 9 a.m., Nebi Catholic Diocese said the 2024 Martyrs Day celebrants had convened for a liturgical mass, ushering into tomorrow's main celebrations. The liturgy was led by Father Robert Jackson Osiga, the parish priest for Nebi Catholic Parish.
And as a diocese, we thank the Lord. We don't think that this is something human. It is divine intervention for our diocese, for blessing us in a very special way. You see, as a diocese, just as we were preparing for this day, again we got an archbishop from the diocese. That is the blessing.
The choir composition 300 singers drawn from all parishes of Nebi Catholic Diocese and others attached to Nebi in Kampala.
We picked 13 people from every parish and 13 from Kampala. So in total, we are 300 members of the choir.
The choir director says tomorrow marks the climax after 8 months of intense.
This is the second time of Nebi Catholic Diocese animating liturgy at Namugongo. The first one was in 2007, where I was the choir master, and we did it so well. We broke the record of the past, and we made a difference at that time.
Nebi Diocese started preparation for this year's celebration about 8 months ago after being chosen to animate the Martyrs Day celebration by the Episcopal Conference of Uganda.
The day has come. We are very excited and happy to lead this celebration, to animate it as Nebi Catholic Diocese.
The choir will perform in different languages, including Alu, Madi, Lugba, Luganda, Lutoro, Luo, Karamojong, Runyankole, Spanish, English, and Lingala.
We are ready to start. The choir is already set, they are here, and all of the preparations are in place. So I would just shortly say we are good to go.
It is the second time in 17 years Nebi Catholic Diocese is animating the Martyrs Day celebrations, the last being 2007. The 2024 Martyrs Day celebrations coincides with the 6th-year canonization anniversary of Uganda Martyrs. Since 1964, Catholic Diocese of Nebi was erected by Pope John Paul II on 23rd of February 1996 under the patronage of Immaculate Heart of Mary. It was then chosen to animate the 2007 Martyrs Day celebrations for the first time since its establishment. This year's Martyrs Day celebrations will be celebrated on the theme, "As for me and my household, we shall serve the Lord." Susan Naong and Joel Vubia reporting for EBC TV.
Over 200 pilgrims have been screened and given first aid at a health camp conducted by the medical team from the Mulago Hospital at the Uganda Martyrs Shrine, Namugongo. The internal medicine physician, also the team leader, Dr. Amala, told UBC that the highest number of cases handled included those with fatigue and dehydration.
The highest number of pilgrims who have so far entered Namugongo to celebrate Martyrs Day due on Monday 3rd June are mainly from outside. Many of them from far districts have been trekking for kilometers. A number of pilgrims arrived fatigued, some nursing red eyes, others, especially the elderly, having hypertension.
Really fatigue, body pains, because as you know, many of these pilgrims walk long distances to come here. So when they arrive here, they have a lot of mechanical body issues.
At the free health camp conducted by Mulago National Referral Hospital, over 200 people and given first aid.
But now we are handling people who are fainting because also they moved long journeys. Secondly, because they are shortage of maybe some services like water, and some are fainting because of overstanding, and some are fainting because of too much sunshine. Per now, it's not raining.
The internal medicine physician at Mulago National Referral Hospital, Dr. David Wamala, told UBC that the cases so far handled mainly include those with fatigue, red eyes, cough, high blood pressure, and dehydration.
Of emergencies, some people collapse during the prayers, others are dehydrated, others have very low sugar levels in their bodies. So we are basically here to to bring them back to life.
So far, they have handled mild cases, and those with a few emergency cases, especially the elderly with hypertension, have been referred for further management.
Basically, the elderly, many of them came here. They forgot their drugs at home, so the pressures have gone up a bit. So we are giving them a few pressure medicines for a few days, and when they go back to their various homes, we are advising them to go back and see their doctors.
Among other health services pilgrims are receiving from the health camp include immunization of children, yellow fever vaccination, and deworming of pilgrims to manage effects of poor hygiene. Pilgrims have been advised to take precaution on their hygiene arising from congestion.
We always get that challenge of a lot of rain with nowhere to protect ourselves. The second, if there is a lot of sunshine like now, people are running away from where they are staying just to get a shade. So if they can improve in future to ensure that at least there is enough shade so that it can protect people against rain and against sunshine, then that could be perfect.
On the other hand, business is booming in and around Namugongo Martyrs site with different stalls of different items mounted at every corner.
We are dealing in land. We are selling land to people at affordable prices.
Pilgrims have been warned against conmen. Susan Naonga reporting for EBC TV.
Thank you so much, Susan Nawonge. Now, the Senior Presidential Advisor, Industry, Amelia Chambade, has urged assistant RDCs to quit urban areas and go back to rural areas to create an awareness on wealth creation. The former Minister for Trade, Industry and Cooperatives made these remarks while addressing RDCs and RCCs undergoing a 2-week induction training at the National Leadership Institute, Chankwanzi.
The Senior Presidential Advisor, Industry, Honorable Amelia Chambade, has advised the recently appointed Assistant RDCs and Assistant Resident City Commissioners that they should be able to balance politics and public service if they want to serve Ugandans effectively.
Even you as political appointees, the first challenge, I don't know whether you can see, the first challenge is expectations. These people expect so much from you. They think you have come with a sack of money. They think you are going to perform wonders. And this being a new appointment, they think you are really going to transform that place overnight.
While delivering her lecture, Honorable Chambade also cautioned trainees against corruption.
So it is you now to resist, because one day this person is going to use it against you. Don't think that he's willing to part with his money in good faith. If you don't do what he wants successfully, you are going to have it.
The Deputy Director General of Internal Security Organization, Colonel Emi Katabazi, who also delivered his lecture at Nali today, urged the Assistant RDCs and RCCs to appreciate the various security, political and socio-economic challenges of Uganda in order to be part of the solution.
Can be defined as a series of measures. Measures, that is the key word. Measures undertaken to assess, discover, and defeat threats. Those are the key words. Measures taken to assess and defeat threats.
On their part, the Assistant RDCs commended the Office of the President for this training.
The lessons we have learned here are so important that if we didn't know them, our work would not flow very well.
I'm very, very glad with this training. We have been very well equipped.
As we hit the ground, first of all, we have achieved a lot, because in this journey of the social transformation and also the agenda of the NRM manifesto, we have gotten what to do.
I've learned so many things. One thing that inspired me a lot is the socio-economical transformation that the assistant RCCs and assistant RDCs are going to embark in the community outside there.
Communities living around Ajai Game Reserve in Ogoko Sub-County have appealed to the Ugandan government and to Uganda Wildlife Authority to be considerate while expelling communities living in the reserve. About 12 villages in Ogoko Sub-County were affected when OWA started evicting people as restocking of the wild animals in Ajai started.
The Constitution says when the government institution or whatever is coming, he has to consult the people. We have never been consulted. And
communities around Ajai Game Reserve are threatened with eviction by Uganda Wildlife Authority following the animal restocking processes. Through their umbrella association of Ogoko Clan Land Association, host community of Ajai Game Reserve say they are being evicted from the land they depend on for livelihood without compensation.
We own land communally. Everybody knows the boundary. But the way Uganda Wildlife is operating with the local people, they do not have humanity face.
Madali, Degea and Olali villages in Olali Parish, Ogoko Sub-County, are affected.
People have been congested over a small area now.
Uganda Wildlife keep on expanding the land, pushing the population. We felt it necessary to petition His Excellency such that part of it can be given to the people.
87-year-old Edisa Anguko from Olali village is a victim of war eviction.
Mani uku anzi ki ofezo de uwe mu ba de pati tonto dikisu alase mi no mani atazo de ba to ba ma to na kumari da odose gemu to kandra mani imedoma na kudi ni dura mama anzi ki ofia de se anzi mada ki onvone ahanga mani aha mato mano ba le ba ta impaka ama o tepini di dira de ni dikilera wanze ki wore ba diala ore kwale.
Some of the people seeking compensation say the 4 square kilometers of the reserve was given by Chief Ajai, which has been expanded to over 160 square kilometers by UWA. UWA spokesperson Bashir Hangi says the complainants are encroachers on UWA land.
But if the area belongs to the Wildlife Authority, and the Wildlife Authority is saying you leave our land, surely you don't demand compensation. Unless the land is yours, so for us, if the land belongs to an individual and we need it for conservation, we enter an understanding with this person. Maybe if you have crops there, we can say, well, your crops are going to be affected, let us compensate you. But that's in the principle of Ubuntu, we are human beings.
UWA has started major restocking of wild animals like cobs, with the white rhino to be a major one, which is the identity of the West Nile people. Joseph Onama, UBC News.
In more news, Indian investors are planning to establish a modern hospital that could cater for very many treatment programs. Now, the government of Uganda spends over $10 million on treating Ugandans in India every single year because our health facilities are inadequate. Chidembeka has a detailed report on the story. Take a look.
Closed by the Deputy Executive Director, Indian Institute of Health and Allied Sciences, Rishi Gupta, during the first graduation ceremony where students got certificates in health courses in Kampala.
Very big area. If we talk about population, if we talk about facilities, so whatever is available as of now, it's not sufficient. So definitely yes, but apart from that, there are so many other factors which are also dependent on that.
Professor Justus Barajain, president of the Association of Obstetrics and Gynecologists of Uganda, noted that it's better for all graduates in health to apply professionalism.
Wife is the one who is actually in between this whole ordeal, so you must be empathetic, must feel for this woman who is pregnant. And definitely these institutions are training, but professionalism cannot be built in one day. It's an ongoing exercise, and we hope to improve as time goes on.
Principal, School of Nursing and Midwifery, Babidi Sisi, said they have trained the graduates to meet the international standards.
They should look at the world objectively. The world is full of challenges. The world, our customers, those are our patients because they are our bosses at the same time. Our bosses expect a lot from us, so we need to be humble and serve them.
Babirie assured the public for better treatment programs, most especially those that could practice from rural areas.
To be humble, serve wholeheartedly. A patient should always be your priority, because money should follow later. Serving life is so joy-giving.
Benon Mokwaya, Chirembeka Richard has reported.
The government of Uganda introduced patriotism in schools to make students understand their country and government programs such as universal secondary education. Such arrangements also addressed strikes and indiscipline in schools and also for students learn more about civic education.
The Deputy Director, Social Services and Education, Kampala Capital City Authority, Jimmy Martyrs, says every beginning of term, the authority meets the head teachers of secondary schools to brief them on the changes in education.
Ask the head teachers to adhere to school calendar that has been developed by Ministry of Education. They should desist from early closures in the interest of cost savings.
The meeting was held at Kitante Secondary School. The chairman, Kampala Secondary Schools, Kanonya Edward, noted that students are now appreciating the role of education through patriotism clubs.
Compete, for example. Even when you don't pass through, still you have made an impact. You have come out to show the world that you can lead, that you are there.
The head teacher, Chitante Hill Secondary School, Elizabeth Onen, says they have equipped learners with skills to handle social challenges at early stages.
As per this term, but by close of the end of the year, the students should be ready to sit their exams. Of course, there are slight differences. The NEB is expecting us to submit in projects and the term assessments, which is quite fine.
Sigikira mulimo gwenkola gukanikira baba customer ku wasobuni kimba no bwiro bukutwala sente isomero ati ncho amukolesa enkola ya MTN mobile money ni migasta 10 nkaga na 5 star kinana ash ntekam kodi namba y'omwana genda sente ni sasola ko nyinta ino kuterimaniziwa koni katunge simu kuruga mu MTN bantereire kubantereire okubanza ntakikirize nkaba amanyire bali bafere hanyuma nagenda nakakuza MTN yao nagamba ntungire simu ino kuluga mu MTN kyamazima okuba nkabanta amanyire nti aliyo promotion hanyuma madam akola MTN yangambira kyamazima kubasima muno mwebale muno akasente kabaire kenja kusasula school fees tamwe kujja bakasasuire akani nja kasasulira mbagenzi baye abatabandi mwebale muno.
Together we're unstoppable.
Oh, you like to stay fresh. You wanna compete, tell it be my get. Lighting. Lighting. I can make a light to know.
We'll come back from that short commercial break and we move on to our business stories where State Minister for Youth and Children's Affairs, Balam Barugahare, has called upon the Inspector General of Government to investigate the PDM program in Ibanda district. It follows public complaints that in Ibanda there's a slow process of PDM programs because negative elements want to polarize the program. He warned people handling PDM money in Ibanda district against receiving or asking for kickbacks from the beneficiaries.
The belated Women's Day celebration was held in Ibanda district, organized by the Area Woman Member of Parliament, Sharon Kyomugisha.
Yina abachara baine bigombe byabo bya development ni shaba ngwaba mulioko meetings agenda mazima abachara banjaba nibenda empowerment kandi nibenda no kubashomesa na mnonga okose sente zabo za achi sente zabo za web.
The event was attended by the State Minister for Youth and Children's Affairs, Balam Barugahare Ateny, who addressed several key issues related to parish development model PDM funds.
Sare za PDM mkuzitunga. Abakuzitunga nuko na iguru.
Itwe kizibe kitwine echa Paris model turajibwine.
Banje honorable minister ekizibu ekitwine muri Ibanda politics. Abebembeza bamwe okurete sente za government bakazeyetera bakazikoresa politics. Omuri Ibanda nicyo kizibe cyango ekitwine.
Nyewe bakampandika kugira ngo bampe sente miliyoni emwe. Bashaba mitwari 15 najya ati zone zo ninge kuza kusasura nazizira. Ukwade sente ozimuwe okubana ozimuwa bamukwati tujja kuba ntumara bakajanja ko busuma. Muulire ubaragaruka mukubasaba commissioner miliyoni emwe mutuga.
Minister Balam Ateny commended the women of Ibanda district for their development initiative and small saving efforts. Balam also issued a stern warning to those handling parish development model PDM funds in Ibanda district following reports of some officials soliciting for bribes from PDM beneficiaries.
Santezo omuntu oragamba nti pakalulu nkwe sente munyegere ma president. Tuna anti-corruption, tuna office ya IGG Ibanda.
Joseph Bule, UBC, Ibanda.
Only 79.1% of small businesses survive the first birthday, according to Mandela Group of Companies. The group, using pedigree and success traced over 30 years, is rescuing a number of businesses. Over 500 businesses and entrepreneurs have been updated on first-hand business survival skills at the 6th Street Industrial Area.
Of the businesses that go downhill, owners under the age of 30 are most vulnerable to risks. He cites a lack of clear goals as dominant recipe for failure. The facilitators of the training also question the attitudes of business owners as disruptive to business access.
As in other companies, we all do businesses, but these are our customers. We also need to empower them, how the knowledge, how the idea, on how they can be able to succeed in the business. I've been moving around with several businesses coming, not doing very well. Today, tomorrow, it has stepped down, very being successful. And we thought now, like that of today, we make it, we call our partners, we share with them the knowledge on how we in Mandela Group, how we in Mandela in Supreme have done it. They can also do it the same way.
To undergo the damage, upcoming entrepreneurs have been fine-tuned in critical investment areas.
Before this workshop, I had a number of challenges in my business, especially delivering. These days, delivering is so instrumental, is so important to the business. You can't just sit at the business premise and wait for customers.
The group predicts that if the entrepreneurs embrace the methods, the positive projections will improve from the current 60% survival rate. The company boasts a chain of businesses and premium products that benchmark the business environment. Its lead on enterprises is a change maker on a largely struggling layer of micro businesses. Ngabo Amon, reporting for UBS TV.
Cultural leaders have called upon education institutions to promote cultural diversity and inclusivity. The Speaker of Iteso Cultural Union, John Francis Okuma, told GBC that the initiative will promote peaceful coexistence, mutual respect and development.
These are uplifting, sweet and vibrant sights and sounds of different traditional music, dance and dressing. Students have showcased them in celebration and promotion of Uganda's cultural diversity. The event held at Agule School of Nursing and Midwifery was graced by cultural leaders from surrounding communities who expressed their appreciation for the Institute's promotion of traditional culture inclusivity.
An institution like this one and any other shall receive a number of cultural settings, putting them together to work harmoniously like we have experienced and we continue to experience year in and out is a very clear testimony of dynamic leadership in the persons that are in charge of the institution, with a lot of support from the director. This cannot be overemphasized, so we'd like to thank all of you.
The Institute administration emphasized that this is part of their mission to train a whole person beyond academic skills.
We were trying to teach them both the cultural aspect in life and the medical aspects in life, so that they are able to appreciate all cultural formations in Uganda. Like you have seen in this school, we have all students from all over the country, beginning from Karamoja out to Buganda and Western Uganda. Today, this is what we were trying to participate and demonstrate.
They also revealed that the school is in progress of upgrading to an Institute of Health Sciences and Management to accommodate more courses and higher levels of health workers training.
From the international scene and breaking news as well, President Cyril Ramaphosa has called upon all South Africans' political parties to work together for the good of the country as final results from the last week's election confirmed his African National Congress has lost its majority for the very first time. The result, announced on Sunday, is the worst election showing for the ANC, Africa's oldest liberation movement, once led by Nelson Mandela, since it came to power 30 years ago, ending white minority rule.
For our democracy as South Africans, it also represents a victory of our constitutional order, but more importantly, it represents a victory for all the people of South Africa. We have held another successful election that has been free, fair, credible, and peaceful. The independent Electoral Commission has, despite many challenges, many difficulties that you went through, many mountains that you had to climb, once more, you have acquitted yourself with excellence, professionalism, and integrity. and we applaud you, as we hereby do. Millions of South Africans have cast their votes in cities, in towns, in our villages, and on our farms and workplaces, including our prisons, at voting stations, also at home and abroad. South Africans care very much about their country, as exemplified in the manner in which they went out to vote. South Africans have demonstrated that they want to be part of making this beautiful country a better place. South Africans have shown how important their vote is, and that they know that their vote does count. By going to vote, the people of South Africa have taken responsibility not only for the future of themselves as voters and their families, but for the future of our beautiful country. Through their votes, they have demonstrated clearly and plainly that our democracy is strong, that our democracy is robust, and that it is enduring. 30 years in the making of this democracy, it remains strong and it is still durable.
From the sports scene, a visiting delegation led by former Newcastle United defender Steven Taylor has concluded its visit in Uganda, where it was on the invitation of Motherwell School and Sports Academy in Mutungo. Take a look.
To our movement, pass.
A well-organized sports clinic has been conducted by Sam White, who is the technical person on the team of former Newcastle defender Steven Taylor at Motherwell School in Mutungo.
It's humbling to coach and to watch these guys train. I was having an interesting discussion with coach. What we do is not crazy, groundbreaking, amazing stuff. It's just repeating the same message over and over again. And every person that I hear here has the same message about developing our children, developing growth, and making sure they can succeed one day. So congratulations to Motherwell. We thank you so much for your support, and we look forward to being a part of this school and this relationship and the people of Uganda for many more years to come.
Steven Taylor and his team have been to Uganda for his second visit, with this particular one expected to reap for Uganda.
The arrival of Steven Taylor marks the beginning of new collaboration and partnership. This will open gateways to development partners who will help us achieve our 10-year strategic plan. And this includes acquiring large space for infrastructure development, installing tartan surface, building a gym facility and a swimming pool, facilitating capacity building for trainers and coaches, initiating player exchange programs, and creating markets for performing soccer players.
National Council of Sports Assistant General Secretary David Katende graced the clinic and spoke volumes about the role sport plays.
Slowly warming up, let's go. Up and back, so forwards, volley.
For talent to be exploited, for talent to be developed,
yes,
first of all, it
perfect.
has to be identified, nurtured, and then developed.
Motherwell Schools and Sports Academy was started a few years ago, but has registered a major milestone through this collaboration that they expect to grow.
The Corporate Sports Network, which is the body that's officially mandated to organize corporate bodies into sports, has hosted pool table sports and swimming at Hotel Africana.
The Corporate Sports Network has benefited from this long holiday and organized pool table sport and swimming that attracted more than 20 corporate bodies at Hotel Africana.
How sports helps me as a woman, it helps me to clear my mind, it helps me to stay fit, and also it helps me to be able to network with fellow players and people who are like-minded.
In swimming, Hotel Africana took the men's singles gold medal, with the Centenary Bank in second and DFCU Bank third.
From the water, you run straight to the awards.
The ladies' singles were won by CIPLA and DFCU Bank in second, and Hotel Africana in the bronze medal position. In a very competitive relay final, Hotel Africana triumphed over CIPLA and DFCU Bank that finished second and third respectively. The outing attracted participants from more than 20 corporate companies including Roofings, DTB Bank and Centenary Bank.
What sports has done for us as a bank, it has encouraged us to have a good wellness program within our staff, and our staff are so enthusiastic. Most of our staff participate in sports activities within the corporate network league, and we've seen a vibrant team that comes to work with zeal and in good health because they continuously engage their bodies and ensure that they are doing well physically, which also supports them mentally, and we are able to bring results on board. As you've seen, the bank is at the moment number 2.
In pool table sport at this outing powered by Civil Aviation Authority, Hotel Africana beat CIPLA in the men's final, while CIPLA were victors in the ladies category.
And that's all we had for you tonight. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Sharon Kyomugisha with Mgalu Muhammad on Sign Language. From the team and I, have a lovely night. And if you want to catch up with everything happening tomorrow at Namgongo, please do tune in. We'll have a live that goes from whatever time they start. Earliest match is actually at 9 a.m. and we'll keep you updated. Thank you so much for watching. UBC TV, inspiring Uganda. Good night.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Cheers to something refreshingly different. Putting the brakes on a fast-paced world. Slowing down. Just enough to stand out. Cheers to the beer that does it differently.